what would you have teachers here? 10,000 teachers. Lots of teachers. 3,000 maybe. It's amazing to me, and I don't know if you're overwhelmed by it or not. But teaching is a lifestyle, and here, these teachers are taking the opportunity to learn from you. So, again, it's your moment. I've got that camera.
Go the extra mile. I mean, I remember I did a U.S. history project, and it was a letter that was supposed to be written in the view of anyone in the late 1800s during the Industrial Revolution of America. And I wrote in the point of view of a Chinese Chinese immigrant. And then, to get a couple of extra points, I translated it into Kaijin, and I handed that in, with the translation, honestly. I handed it in to my U.S. history teacher, and he gave it back to me after it was graded, and on the back it was no, and it said, good job. Those names are Japanese, right? I was like, oh my God. It was cool because it was a Chinese worker, but because I like Japanese culture and Japanese, well, everything, I did it in Japanese Kaijin, and the names were in Japanese. And I didn't think he would notice, and he literally looked it up, and I was like, that's awesome, thanks.
What would you say to your teacher?
Well, I recently went to an NCBI training last week.
Tell me, what does that mean?
National Coalition Building Institute. One thing that I would tell the teachers, and this really, I think it works, the woman had said, as an example, if you're a math teacher perhaps, walk into the classroom and say, who likes math? And you might get some hands up, and say, who doesn't like math? And some people might raise their hand up, and you can go tell them, you're all welcome here, they're like in that class. Making the students actually feel welcome in the class, like some students link in and think like, oh, you wouldn't notice them, I'm just gonna sit at the back and sneak out again. But being aware that the student is there, that they would actually like you to notice them, even though they think that you shouldn't notice them, I think that really works.
I could just ask these young people questions all day, but I think it's a tremendous opportunity for some of you to ask them some questions. And I would like to, you said cool, Brian? Did you say cool? If there's anyone in the audience who has a question for our panelists, is that an option? Oh, we do? Oh, I'm sorry. We'll have to get them afterwards. Thank you for taking the time to come out and see these 4 amazing young students. And they are amazing because you have taken the time to teach them, and they've taken the time to learn. Thank you.
I could give her a copy of Word on the Street. Give her a copy. You should make sure to get her a copy of Word on the Street.
Yeah, try to drink that.
These are the voices that mean so much and that we help shape every day. I'd like to thank Brian Williams for coming over today to introduce Rahema, and to thank Rahema for jumping in at the last minute and doing such a great job. And I also think you should give the kids these wonderful kids an